Gwen, I realise you're a resident of the Royal Freemasons at our Coppin Centre, and I know you've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit how you felt coming in and what your experience was as a new resident at the time.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but then I knew what to expect anyway. I have been with caring for aged people for many years, and when all the new changes came in 25, 30 years ago, 29 years, I knew that in future I would have to consider what I would do and what I would like when I got older. And I've never ever gone past the Freemasons. Freemasonry was in my family, and it was always said to me too by my husband, if you're ever worried I'm not here, and that, always think of the Freemasons because they will help you. So I knew that I was going to have to make changes when I turned 60. So I put my name down at 60 with the Freemasons. Although I was still working, I wasn't prepared to come in. Things have altered, I know, a little bit these days as far as applications and all these things. But the greatest thing I ever did and the best thing I've ever done in my life, apart from having my children and so forth, is coming into the Freemasons. But like everywhere, it depends what you expect out of it. But the main thing is security, being well cared for, knowing someone's there for you when you need them. You get and good food.
So you came into the independent living
I came
first?
into the independent units, which they still cared for you. We only had to ring up if we had a problem. They would come all the time and see us, and we were well cared for in the independent units. And I think it makes a bridge to that eventual movement.
So when you were ready to move from the independent living, you requested to come?
I approached them and my doctor, and he said, I think it's time you came in. And I was sort of on my own with a small family and children overseas. And so I just approached them, and they already, of course, knew who I was because I'd been for 20 odd years in the independent units. And I came in, and the best day's work I ever did.
That's good. And when you came in, was the, whilst you said you were prepared, were there anything that you weren't expecting that occurred?
No, I think I was in a very lucky position of knowing aged care, having nursed and that, and been tied up with aged care for so many years. And nothing has ever gone against what I expected. I do realise it would be strange for a lot of people who really don't know, but all I can assure you is whatever you do in life, you have to be prepared to fit in and be accepted, and accept it, because if you've got the stage of needing to come in and get all the care that you really need, doesn't matter what you do or where you go, it's a big step.
So when you came in, did you feel your individuality and your privacy was respected?
Very much so. But the knowledge to know that someone was there when you needed them, and I'm subject to falls, and their attention and their care and the thoroughness. Look, I couldn't speak higher of anywhere, and I've been to and worked in a lot of aged care places, and they all have good sides. But I can never see past the Freemasons, I'm afraid. And it was said to me many years ago, if you ever need, and you're worried, and you're getting older, always think of the Freemasons. And I always have. And it was like coming home to me, because I used to do actually voluntary work.
Were you expecting all the services that you got, such as like we have here the wellness centre and the doctors on site and the pharmacy? Were you expecting that, or that something?
Well, I knew that, and that's one of the things that made me come here, because you can be in anywhere, but you would have to wait for doctors and things like that. Here you're so cared for. And they do the worrying. Yeah, well, you know that you're going to be cared for, and it's a peace of mind, and that peace of mind when you're getting older, and that is a very big thing.
Do you feel that you've still got a voice? You can make changes when you want changes done. That they do listen to you. Do you feel that that's being respected?
We have a form that have your say, and I'm always putting them in, but if I see something that I perhaps might think, oh, it should be a little bit different, whether it should be or not is another thing, that's my opinion. And that, but I also thank them very much because the outings and the entertainment that we have and the food and the care, there's always somebody there. And if you've gone to sleep and you've forgotten your meals, somebody will come and say, you know, it's tea time or it's dinner time.
Yes.
And that you could still be independent as you want to be, but knowing there's help there for you always. And I don't think anybody does it better than the Freemasons. Truly, I don't.
I see this place sometimes, I say it to residents that are coming in, it's like a cruise ship without water.
Yes, and I love cruise ships.